Our friends at Hunkydory have something brand new. It's called Paintdrop Florals, and this is a spinning centerpiece concept card. Now, this is kind of a mini kit. It makes 4 cards. They are each different, and the directions are included, as well as a little piece that gives us an idea of what the finished example is. But you can see that also on our website at paperwishes.com on the product page. So let me show you what's included in the kit, and then also how to put one together. In fact, you get a nice little glimpse of one right there. Okay, so the cards take a base, and that's what this is, and isn't that pretty? And it's foiled, as you would expect from Hunkydory. And as I said, this is going to become our card. So we've got one in these soft peach colors, one in the pink, and one in purple. Oh, so pretty. And then these are the additional pieces. Now, these are also foiled, so these are going to coordinate with them. So you can see that this is going to go with this set, and this one goes with that set. So you're going to have that. And then there is another set. I don't know why these were backwards. Okay, this one and this, so you can see that that's going to go together, and then the top part of it is also going to go with this piece. So that's what we have. So you get 1.5 sheets for every single finished card. Now I'm going to take, oh, and then you also get envelopes, 4 envelopes too. Now what you will need in creating this is some extra sticky tape, and you're going to need something to hold the spinner, because there's a spinner, hence the name of this, with the spinning centerpiece. I'm going to do the yellow one, and I'm going to use jute. We have packages of all colors of jute, and that's going to give me something that's going to coordinate. You could use fishing line, you could use thread, embroidery floss, anything you like. So I'm going to take my 2 pieces, and I've already popped out the die cuts. So I'm going to take this one, and I'm actually simply following the instructions that come in the package. So easy to do. I'm going to take this, and this is my card, and I'm going to fold it in half. And as always, I want to use my bone folder to really make that nice and firm. And the directions will say, make sure the foiling is on the outside of your card. Well, that makes perfect sense, doesn't it? Then there is this little piece that is also scored, and it says to fold those in. Okay, so I'm going to do that. Now, I also have these pieces, so let me bring those over. So I've got a frame, I've got a piece that's going to be the spinner. I have another frame that I'm not going to use right this moment, but I will set it aside. And then off of this sheet, this was on the inside of my card. You'll notice it's the same size as the one with the foiling. And I've got yet another frame, so I'm going to set that aside. So what I want to do is now put my jute on the back of the foiled piece. Now the only trick of this is, I will turn this over and show you the mistake I made. Do you see that? Well, I first put my extra sticky tape down, and I didn't have it positioned correctly. So learn from my mistake, and here's what I would suggest. You hold it so the way you want to read it, and then turn it right over and position your extra sticky tape going straight down. That's what I ended up doing, and I'm pleased with that. So then you will take the liner off, and I'm just going to press it down so that I can lift this off and throw the liner away. Now I have a piece of yellow jute, as I said, and it's, it's probably 6-8 inches long. It's bigger than the card. And I'm going to position it in the center of my extra sticky tape, and I'm going to hold it down. Then I'm going to take this piece and put it on the back side of it. And it will be let's see, how do I want this? I think I want it just like that, so that everything is secure right there. And if you have a situation like I did where the jute is really a little thick, just go back and add another piece of the extra sticky tape on top of it. That will work very nicely. You'll probably want to make it shorter than the first piece so that that jute is really encapsulated between the two layers. And I'm just really pulling that down. And you know, I think I'm going to do something else. I think I will add another piece of extra sticky on each side. I think that will just really hold everything securely, and I won't have to worry about anything coming apart. Now, if you were using thread or sewing thread or embroidery thread or fishing line, you probably would be fine with just one strip of the extra sticky, but I just want to be really sure of this. So as you can probably tell, in order to lift this up, I simply push my fingernail really hard at one end, and it allows that liner to really pop right up. Okay, so we're going to do this one more time, and I'm going to go right there. You'll see the two sizes are exactly the same. And now I have my spinner, just like so, okay? And I think that with the jute, it's going to be really nice. I like the fact that it matches the color. Now, the next step is to position this. So I'm going to take another piece of extra sticky tape. You see how important this is? The trick is always to find the end of it, isn't it? And I want to put a little piece, because this is going to hold the jute. So I'm going to put a little piece at the top. Yes, I'm on the top of the foil. This is going to get covered up, so don't worry about it. And right here on both ends, and you'll see that I'm right at the point there, and pulling this off. I'll pull the other end off. You will be an expert with extra sticky tape when you are done with this. And if you ever really have trouble pulling that off, I recommend the retractable penknife, because it's got a very fine blade and you can just lift it off. It works very nicely. Okay, now I want to position this right in that space, and I want to have the ends of the jute over the extra sticky tape. Then we're going to position this piece right on top, and while I do that, I'm going to take a moment and do that off camera. I'll be right back. Okay, let me tell you what I did off camera. I simply took my glue stick. You could use the extra sticky tape, you could use the specialist acrylic glue, anything you want. Put it on the back of this frame and then position it right over that edge, and just let those edges match. Now we have a piece where our spinner is held securely, so that when the card is opened, just like this, it will spin, and spin very nicely. Now we can trim off the ends of that jute right there. Then I'm going to just clip both ends, as you can tell. And come on, jute. Okay, so I've got the front of my card. Now remember, there were quite a few die cuts left, so they're right here. And there's also one right here. And don't forget, we've got these two frames left. So I'm going to open my card, and I think I'm going to end up putting this frame right there. And I think I'll take one of my little pieces and put that on the inside, maybe a little bit of foam tape. Hope your day is as special as you are. And I've got my spinner. Now you do want to make sure before you put your card in the envelope that you spin it. That way when the person opens your masterpiece, you can get the full surprise, which of course is this. That as it spins and opens, whoops, be sure to glue everything down in place before you send your card. So that's the construction. Again, you're going to end up with 4 very fun, unique cards from our friends at Hunkydory.